what's happening in the market. There is a lot happening in the market, and today this video is very important because we will be going into detail about how this market is reacting and what we need to do to protect our funds, our capital, and what we should look out at, because these markets are in a bear trend. But saying that we're in a bear trend, I have some good news and I have some bad news, and I'll be sharing both with you all. Hi everyone, and I welcome you all to the Crypto Singh Show. And my name is Gunpreet Singh, and we talk about cryptocurrencies, we talk about the crypto world, we talk about the news, NFTs, metaverse, everything. What's happening in the market? There is a lot happening in the market, and today this video is very important because we will be going into detail about how this market is reacting and what we need to do to protect our funds, our capital, and what we should look out at, because these markets are in a bear trend. But saying that we're in a bear trend, I have some good news and I have some bad news, and I'll be sharing both with you all. So I don't know, I should start with good or bad news, but I think I'll start with we should have a healthy day, so I'll start with the good news. So the good news is that a lot of these technologies are being used in the market, and I'll show you certain articles where these technologies are being accepted in India, in Paris, around the world. So what these technologies are all about, I'll show you certain articles that I've got for you where these technologies would be used in further. So now Paris is actually trying to the ticketing cell would be under blockchain, so they might experiment with blockchain right now. So they are trying to do this in the 2024 Olympic Games, which could be huge, because the underlying technology is very strong. So it's not just about Bitcoin. I've always been telling that it's not about Bitcoin. It's not a stock market. It is something that the underlying technology is huge, and it's a revolution that is coming in. So this is what Paris is bringing in. Well, talking about India, we hear a lot of negative news. Nobody will point out to the positive news. The positive news is that in Calcutta, they are trying to actually sell the land as NFTs now. Now, why NFTs is because it will be on blockchain and you can't duplicate it. So you will not have any kind of property issues going in further. So, and it's gonna make life a lot easier to just deal into with blockchain, because it's just a transaction that you have to do, and there's an entire lead to the transaction, what's happening. So you can actually figure out if the property belongs to you or it belongs to someone else. So Calcutta is actually one of the first ones to do that in India, and because they've had a successful the technology with the birth certificates, the blockchain. So now they are going to shift to the land NFTs, which is going to be huge again. So try and understand that this technology is new right now, and there's a lot that this technology needs to do. So what we are seeing is, like, probably it's fairly new, so you don't expect a kid who is fairly new to suddenly become mature and start acting as you want him to act. Every market will take time to saturate, every market will take time to grow. So all of these issues will come. There would be bear markets, there would be bull markets, there are going to be volatile markets. But the point why I'm saying all this here is that we need to keep our eye on what's happening behind the curtain. Prices are secondary, but what's important is what's happening. What is everyone accepting it? And slowly, gradually, if you see, everyone has started accepting it. This is Calcutta. We've got Paris, we've got Calcutta, and this is again big. So MasterCard has actually partnered with the Metaverse project, which is the Sandbox, which I did a review on my video about a week back or a couple of weeks back. It's a Sandbox, is a Metaverse project. So MasterCard has partnered with them. Now, what does this mean actually? It's big. So now you don't need crypto to buy into Sandbox. You can actually buy from Mastercard itself, and it's gonna be big. So Mastercard is partnering. You have Calcutta coming up with this blockchain technology of land. There's everything happening in the land right now in metaverse. So in the blockchain technology, there's a huge change that is coming, and it is going to be big. So look into what's happening behind the curtain, because these are the times that everyone starts adapting, and then suddenly one day you're going to see the pump and you will regret missing it out. But let's not get into the technical analysis. I will get there as well, but I wanted to share some good news with you because it's a good day. We've been hearing a lot of FUD, markets are going down, so I thought let me just tell you the reality, where what is being accepted, what is not being accepted. So these are just one of those few articles that I'm showing you. Actually, there are a lot more articles where all of these things are slowly, gradually increasing and being accepted. Now the point comes that how do we make money into these markets, or what is our strategy going to be? I'll get into that, how we should plan our capital, how we should preservation of capital is very important, and safety of capital is again very important. Now the markets are volatile. Now getting back to the bad news, now what has been happening in the market, or what has not been happening in the market, we really need to get into the bad news. Now what is the bad news all about? Well, I if you've heard about Celsius. Now Celsius was an exchange where they over leveraged people's money. So a lot of these YouTubers, they kept promoting Celsius, and so when they promote, that's why I always say that decentralized exchanges are way better, and because they are not controlled by anyone. Now centralized exchange, they basically control your money. So what you've done actually is, with staking or with rewards, you've actually given your assets to them. And when you give your assets to them, it's in a way it's their assets. So we look at the short-term gain sometimes, and short-term gain would be like 5% API, or your interest on the return. So you might get staking reward of 4%, 5%, or 6%, or 10%. But what happened is you lost the principal money. Now, a lot of these YouTubers have gone down, and if you actually go on YouTube, Celsius has lost a lot of money. And the figures that Celsius held at one point of time were huge, and huge means huge. So, Celsius has actually, and so after Terra Luna, actually, if you go check Terra Luna, what happened with the collapse of Terra Luna has somewhere got this faith in people, where they've lost faith in crypto, and you will see these markets and these exchanges, because they get illiquid, and once the retail starts to lose interest, they'll obviously start pulling the money out. Now when you start pulling the money out, then the exchanges are left high and dry. But just to tell you what has also happened is that Celsius at one point of time had 28 billion of assets under them. 28 billion dollar of assets under them, and they have over leveraged, and they've lost it all. In a way, they've not really lost it, but now what has happened is that they have stopped the withdrawals. So people who have their money, you can actually see your money in the exchange, but you can't pull it out. So it's actually worse than a bank, I would say, because the entire point of this technology is being decentralized, but with exchanges coming in, it becomes centralized. So I always believe that you need to take a decision where decentralized exchanges are way better, and we don't give our keys or our assets to the centralized exchanges. So this is what is happening with Celsius, and with, of course, all of these things would happen because it is a bear market. Now in a bear market, these things are bound to happen because people have taken their money out. Some stocks or some cryptos that were at $250 or 250 USDT, they are at sitting around 30 USDT, or they're sitting around 30 US dollars kind of a pricing. So I mean, you have like 90% value of the entire market, or 70% of the entire value of the market gone down. Now how do we protect our capital? I'll come on to that. So before that, please do like, share and subscribe. So this is what has actually happened with Celsius, and a lot of people have lost money in Celsius. Now what happens is this money really something that we need to bother about? Well, of course, because what happens is it's not just about the person who's put the money has lost it. It's also about people who have faith in crypto industry lose the faith because it starts a FUD and it gets negative in certain ways. So these negative news are something that will affect, and they only come in bear market because there is no money left. The retail has pulled out, the institutions have pulled out the money. So bear market, you actually get the reality of where the market is standing right now. Bull market, everything goes up and everything looks nice and it's healthy. But bear market, we need to be careful. Now we also have this another company known as 3Arrow. Now 3Arrow is one of the largest crypto investment firms, but they've been behind AVAX, they've been behind Luna, they've been behind all of these things. But what is happening originally is that somewhere I think they are also getting into trouble, because there was a time when their founder Zhu Zhu would tweet and you would have the market change according to him. But what is recently happening is there were certain tweets he did and then he deleted it, and then he went on the Insta and then he deleted it, and so there's something going on there, and I would recommend to be very cautious at this point of time, because preservation of capital is more important than making few bucks because just the market would pump. But because like Celsius, they might, if Bitcoin reaches around 15,100 is the liquidation price. If Bitcoin reaches that price, Celsius is gone, and it's gone. So they are trying to save, but saying that, I think the markets would come down to that price, and people would make sure that Celsius gets liquidated, because competitors they don't like competition, and or the whales would just push them down. So in the market, there is a lot of FUD going on, of course, because the prices or the money has been pulled out of the market, and I see lack of interest right now. But the point is, this is the time that we all should start buying in slowly, because these are the 6 months you're going to get, which are going to be the golden time of your life. Now, these are the prices that you should get into. 19,200, I think we're going to go down there and then going to jump up. So this is what is happening with Celsius. This is what is happening with 3Arrow. Now, what is it that we should do? Well, you should get into DCA. A lot of people have been asking, should we go all in? No, don't go all in, and get only into blue chips at this point of time, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Ethereum might, again, because it's showing weakness, Ethereum also might, it's inevitable that it will show 3 figures very soon. So we might see Ethereum into 3 figures. We might see Bitcoin in around 19,000. And if 19,200 or 400 is not held, you will see 13,000 coming in very soon. So this is what is happening with the Bitcoin market. But at 13,000 or 8,000 or 10,000, these are the times to buy and not get scared, because I showed you what's happening behind the scene. Everyone is accepting, and there will be a bull market. There can't be always a bear market, and there can't be always a bull market. So we had a bull market, now we have a bear market. And in bull market, everyone thought this is reaching some X numbers, which even then I was telling everyone it's not going to reach there. And around 40,000 also, I said it's going to crash down. And even now I am slightly bearish, because I see a lot of FUD going on. People will panic sell, and there's going to be a lot of FUD going on. But this is the time that we should be buying in slowly, gradually. Buy in for $100 every day. Start DCAing. And this is the time, this is the price at 60, 70,000 you were regretting that you missed out. I mean, let's be honest, you must have heard so many people talking, and you must have thought that you missed out. But today you're getting the same opportunity. But what you're doing is you're still doubting yourself, or thinking that should I get into this? Well, start DCAing. Now I'll tell you also what will happen with these markets now, because the markets have become so small and we've lost 70% of the valuation of the market. So any coin can just pump 100% very quickly, because now the amount of money invested has become very less in that. The prices have come down. As soon as they get big money into it, it starts pumping, it starts rolling. So the bigger the market cap, the difficult it is to pump it up. Now all the market caps have become small. So you have to realize that now you will see these volatile rallies coming in and out, because now even a small bit of money will pump the coin. So but look into it. When you get around 14, 15,000, 13,000 Bitcoin, buy it. That's actually the time. Anything under 10 to 13,000, it's probably going to be the only chance you're going to get into this market. I'm holding back because I think that I do see a bit of bearish trend, but we might see a short-term pull, kind like we might reach 19,500 or 19,000 and liquidate, because a lot of people have the stop losses at around 19,000. They might just liquidate them and then again go back to 25, 28,000, and we will have people pulling money into it, that we're again going, it's a bull market, it was the bottom, and then that's it. You're gonna get back again to around 13,000 or 10,000, and that is again a kind of a bloodbath that will happen. So this is what I think would happen in the market. But again, 19,200, and then we don't have any support till 13,500 kind of a range. So 3 figures Ethereum is great to buy any day. 13,500 Bitcoin is great to buy any day. 14,000 is great to buy. So instead of looking into buying everything in just one go, you could just start putting in $100 every single day or $200 every single day. But there's a lot going in the market. NFT markets have some NFTs actually increasing. So it's probably the time you could pick up some NFTs. The prices are really low. I mean, all of these prices were way higher. So this is the time to get into this market, search a bit about this market. And it's, if you're a long-term holder, this is the time for you to make long-term savings and get into this market. So there will be a lot of FUD. It's a bear market. Be ready for it. We had a lot of bullish news when it was a bull market. We will have a lot of FUD when it's a bear market. Now, also you have to realize that what is happening in US is they've increased the base points by 75.75, which has been highest ever since 1994. So this definitely means we are in a kind of a recession going in. Now, if the recession sets in, and I certainly see Nasdaq, I certainly see S&P, everything coming down. When that comes down, crypto market will also come down. So that is exactly why I am thinking that I am bearish right now, and inflation is big. US has entered a recessionary trend, and this is going to be a long-term recessionary trend. I don't think this is going to be a short-term recessionary trend coming in. So there's a lot going on in the market. So preservation of capital is very important. Don't go all in. Keep putting in a bit, piece by piece, and then in a span of 1 year, you will have at an average, which is at a very, probably at this price, you might laugh after 2-3 years that you picked up at this price. So there will definitely be a bull run again. But these are the prices that now, these are attractive prices to buy. So you can start getting into DCAing and start buying. This is the time to do it. So this is what is happening. And recession is around the corner. I think US is almost entered recession. It's almost like they are in recession. So preserve your capital, do your DCA, do your research. These are the times to buy some NFTs, buy whatever you get on deal, buy whatever you get on bargain, buy them, keep it. So there was a lot going on in the market, and I'll share more news with you what's going on, because these are the times. Put it into blue chips, because you don't know which currencies which cryptos would regain and come back in the market. But sudden blue chips are, I mean, you know that Ethereum is not going anywhere. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. So these are the coins that you can put in, and I will also tell you in my next video which all coins that you should slowly start getting into for a long-term hold. So we'll tell you that in the next video, but that's all from now, and I thank you all for watching this. Please do like, share and subscribe. Take care. Bye bye. Signing off, Gunpreet Singh from the Crypto Singh Show. Take care. Bye bye.